Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video review brought to you as always by myself, Timmy Garrett, and as per usual in association with our super glorious best friends over at fishmonkeyproductions.com. Well then, 2016 is officially upon us and the first barrage of PlayStation Plus games have been unloaded. The flagship title this month on the PlayStation Store, other than Grim Fandango of course, is Hardware Rivals, a new release developed by SCE Connected Content Group and published by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. It seems only natural that another vehicular based multiplayer game would be on the horizon after the phenomenal success of Rocket League, which was a PS Plus title released last year. However, this time around, the aim of the game isn't a humorously over-the-top physics-based football game, but rather arena-based explosive combat. So far, I have dabbled quite extensively in all of the modes on offer, bar the special event which isn't available for another 3 days at the time of recording, and I feel I have enough gas in the motor to offer up my thoughts so far on the game. Straight off the bat, Hardware Rivals offers up a very sleek and sharp interface. Reminiscent of the recently released Star Wars Battlefront, it is incredibly easy to navigate and get straight into a game, which is a blessing with multiplayer titles. There are also a slew of different match types available from the off. These range from the ability to get thrown straight into a random quick match to other multiplayer mainstays such as deathmatch, team deathmatch, domination, elimination, and of course the events. There is also a very handy tutorial that you can use to wet your whistle before jumping into the online portion proper. However, I will say if you have played pretty much any vehicular based combat in any other video game, there are no real surprises here. Which brings me on to the biggest positive the game has to offer, the controls. As I've mentioned, as far as handling the 4 vehicles on offer goes, the game doesn't have any surprises, and this is a good thing. All 4 vehicles, be they the heavier tanks or the lighter yet less powerful buggies, all feel unique and handle as to be expected. They also require you to change up your tactics and determine how you will navigate the battlefield. The smaller vehicles, for instance, are more nimble and can reach harder to get to places to either camp or find a powerful power-up, whereas the heavier, slower tanks are going to be there to soak up the damage and blast away with their slower but much more powerful cannons. Leveling up and winning matches is incredibly satisfying and feels more skill-based than the luck that sometimes came with Rocket League. You're granted unlocks and perks as you progress through the ranks. Sometimes you'll be gifted with a new character skin, other times the ability to maybe lock onto an opponent faster or better visibility on the map. You can also use the salvage collected from destroying other road users to buy vanity items for your chosen vehicle. The weapons in the game are also very fun to play with. Again, Hardware Rivals isn't reinventing the wheel by any stretch of the imagination, but what it does right. Super missiles are incredibly powerful and destructive, whereas a well-timed EMP blast will render your opponent completely motionless, allowing you to close in for the kill. There are also hidden weapons unique to each stage that, when activated, will annihilate every opponent on the map should they fail to make it to cover in time. To be completely honest, the one area in which the game does stumble is in the sound department. From the minute you boot up the game, you are treated to stock monotonous electric beats that don't really annoy, they just fade into the background and aren't memorable in any way, shape or form. The battlefield itself also feels quiet. Sure, your chosen avatar will shoot snappy one-liners now and again, but it would have been nice if there was a bit more banter between them to really give these masked drivers a bit more personality. Even an announcer to provide some sort of commentary might have lent a bit more texture to this otherwise solid game. Finally, I'll quickly mention the lobbies and the online component of the game. Thankfully, everything seemed to be working smoothly in all the games that I played. This was somewhat of a blessing considering that the game only released today, And even though there weren't that many people online at all for the launch, I was never waiting for a match or disconnected untimely due to unreliable servers. So this can only mean good things in the future. So all in all, Hardware Rivals may not be breaking new ground in the genre, and it may not have the polish and sheen of its other contemporaries such as Rocket League. However, it does offer up a very solid and reliable car-based combat shooter. Only time will tell if it has the staying power and draw that Rocket League had, and I guess that at the end of the day, that's up to you. If you're looking for a fun diversion until the next AAA game is released, then you really can't go wrong with this. And if you're already a PlayStation Plus subscriber, then you don't really have an excuse. Put the pedal to the metal and strap in. So thank you very much, guys. As I said at the beginning, I've been Timmy Garrett with bridgeburnergaming.com and in association with Fish Monkey Productions. As always, it would be great to hear your comments and feedback in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the game and how you thought this compares to other similar titles such as Rocket League. And please make sure to check out my YouTube page, which is Bridgeburner Gaming, and also the YouTube page that we're affiliated with, which is fishmonkeyproductions.com. And remember that myself and Matt Wilson have our weekly podcast, Chit Chat with Tim and Matt, which we try and put out every Wednesday or Thursday. So thank you very much once again. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the review, and yeah, look forward to seeing you all soon. Okay guys, bye.